Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a very surprising show for you today. Yep. Out with the old and in with the new. Kentucky has hired Mark Pope. This surprised the crap out of me. I was shocked.
If I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now.
Yep, I feel like I woke up with my head sewn to the carpet. Now, we're going to get into this, and I'm going to try to be fair to this guy. I'm kind of blown away. I never dreamed that Barnhart was going to go this direction, especially after not getting Scott Drew. I thought he was going to go after Billy Donovan and then probably a Bruce Pearl type of coach, somebody that's, won at a certain level. But he went a totally different way, and let's get into this. Now, I was looking at Mark Pope's history. He started out at Utah Valley and got them playing pretty well. As you can see, they improved all 4 years that he was there. Then he went to BYU, and he did okay there, did pretty well, as you can see. He wound up being, 110 and 52. So he won 2/3 of his games, got to the NCAA a couple different times. Now, not anything huge. It's a little bit odd to me that they fired Cal for not doing well in the NCAA, whereas Mark Pope, he's been in the NCAA twice, and he's lost both games, both upsets, which is what got Cal fired. So that's a little surprising. Now, Mark Pope is actually a good quality coach. At BYU, he really had a high-tempo offense, scored a ton of points, shot a lot of threes, had a real high-pressure defense as well. I think that'll correlate well to a fun style of basketball that Kentucky's used to. Cal ran a very high-octane offense as well. So this will be somewhat similar. Mark Pope is a guy that he's highly intelligent. He actually had 2 years of medical school, of all things, was a Rhodes Scholar, I believe, or at least was to that level. So you're talking about a super smart dude and a very good person, is my understanding as well. So I think Mitch Barnhart was going to go that route. That's probably why he didn't want to go Bruce Pearl, because he'd had some NCAA issues and the show cause and all that. And I don't think he wanted to hire Cal back in the day because he'd had the NCAA or people thought he cheated. But he did end up hiring him. But this time, I guess he decided, I'm going to go down a very safe route, first with the Scott Drew, who, was a guy that did Bible study with him, and then this guy from BYU. Now, the big thing about Mark Pope, and I think this is why he got the job offered to him, is that he was part of the 1996 National Championship team under Pitino. Otherwise, I don't think he'd have got this offer. He's kind of a home guy, and the fan base will welcome him in because they have fond memories of him and that team and all of that. And that makes some sense. Now, I will tell you, this is not a foreboding, but I've watched my Tennessee Lady Vols continue to try to hire coaches that used to play for Pat Head Summit. And it was kind of let's try to get back to that. And it hadn't worked out so well for us. Now, we just hired Kim Caldwell, who's somebody that's not from that hemisphere, so to speak. But, we'll see. Maybe Mark Pope works out just fine and Kentucky gets back on top. It's just hard to say. This is a shocking hire to me. I never dreamed this was the route they would go. I figured they would, really try to throw some big money out there and get somebody that had won a national title or at least had been in the Final Four multiple times or something along those lines. But they didn't go that route. Didn't go that way at all. Now, I'm going to show you something just to give you an idea of how excited Mark Pope is when it comes to Kentucky. And he didn't do this after he got the job. He actually did this prior. Now, I will warn you, this is a little bit cringy.
Roll the ugliness.
Hello, University of Kentucky. Man, I wish I could be there with you guys tonight. It's impossible for me to describe how much I love this university, my teammates, and you fans. But I'm gonna try. C-A-T-S! Cats! 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 I love you guys.
Oh, no, no, no.
Well, how about that? So obviously his blood runs blue. So you do have that going for you.
Which is nice.
Now let's talk about this. And this is from Matt Norlander. I believe at CBS Sports, yeah. He's reporting that they sent a contract to Pope for $5.5 million annually over a 5-year deal. That makes him the 6th highest paid coach in the country. Now, here's the thing that I don't understand. This guy would have come for a lot less money than $5.5 million. Why didn't you offer him like $3 million, which I'm sure he would have jumped on, and save the $2.5 million so he could use that in NIL every year? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why did you overpay for a guy based on his coaching history? It doesn't make any sense. There's only 5 guys making more money in the country than him, and all of them have done great things. So I'm a little bit surprised by that. I don't really, why did you overpay? Now, I'm not saying he's not going to be a good coach. He may be a fine coach. Heck, he might win a national title for you. But why overpay? And this Mitch Barnhart guy, maybe he knows this is his last hire. You know, he's getting a little long in the tooth, and, you know, he'll probably retire at some point. This is an important hire for him because here's the thing. If he's not planning on retiring and this guy doesn't work out, he's gone. I'll go ahead and tell you, because this is a risky hire. Even though it's got, you know, some feel-good things in it because of the whole Pitino and, you know, he played on that team and all that. And I'll show you what Pitino had to say about this as well. But this is a heck of a risk. And I'm not sure that Mitch Barnhart, this hire surprises me. It really does, for multiple reasons. But, you know, let's see what Rick Pitino had to say.
Well, I can guarantee you one thing. Nobody epitomizes the name Kentucky on the front of the jersey more than Mark Pope. What some of you don't realize is how good a basketball mind he has, how much of a relentless recruiter he will be. Now, recruiting's different today. We're now coaching all pros. The NIL has taken away amateur basketball and has made them professional athletes. I'm sure Kentucky's going to have a strong NIL. You have one of the premier young coaches in the game. Relish it, because he will do you proud. I know I sit here today at St. John's, and I couldn't be any more prouder than to see Mark Pope lead the Kentucky Wildcats to another championship. He'll get it done. He's got the right stock, he's got a beautiful family, and he absolutely loves Kentucky across his chest. Get it done, Mark. I love you. You're going to do a fabulous job.
All right, so Pitino's all in. So I'm sure they have great memories together, winning a national title together. That's something you never forget, and I can understand that. So we'll certainly see how this plays out. But again, Mitch Barnhart, you've put it out there, man. This better work out, because if not, the Kentucky fans are not going to appreciate it.
You have failed me for the last time.
But time will tell. Like I said, we may look back 5 years from now and it was a great hire. Anyway, if you like this content and you want to keep up with this type of college sports, just hit this little button right here. It costs you not a dime. Helps me out. I would certainly appreciate it.
Come on. Come on. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
And right over here is a video based on your viewing history that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. And we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.